Hey, what's up guys, I'm Lukey, and today we're gonna take another look at a topic that I actually covered poorly in the past. The Iron Bomber for the Demoman has grown to be a favorite used by many players in both casual and competitive. In the video that I made a year ago, I feel I did a very poor job explaining the Iron Bomber and its usefulness, so for today's video, I'd like to revisit the weapon. And before I worry any subs, this video does not mean I'm going to start making videos on repeat topics. It's just that I feel this particular weapon deserves a better video on it since it's a part of the meta right now. The Iron Bomber was community made, added in the Smith's 2014 update. Unlike the stock grenade launcher, it actually has 4 barrels for its 4 shots. It doesn't have 2 extra ones that go unused. Its grenades bounce and roll around very little and have -30% fuse time, clocking in at 1.4 seconds at the cost of a -15% explosion radius. The Iron Bomber originally had -10% self-detonate damage and a -20% explosion radius, but the explosion radius penalty was reduced in the gunmetal update of 2015 alongside the removal of the self-detonate damage stat. Later on in February of 2016, the Iron Bomber's explosion sounds were updated, and then finally in the Meet Your Match update of 2016, its fuse time was decreased to 1.4 seconds from 2, giving us the Iron Bomber of today. The thing that makes the Iron Bomber so amazing is how it doesn't have any crippling downsides that make it risky to use. In addition to being capable of serving the basic function of the stock, it comes with the ability to use the weapon like it's a sticky bomb launcher, in the sense that you can lay down grenades directly where you want them to explode like they're stickies. This can be outstanding for choke points after running out of your stickies, and also I found myself on the receiving end of this for battling classes one-on-one. With a scout, for instance, you can shoot grenades where you expect them to be in 1.4 seconds in addition to going for direct pipes. Also, Iron Bomber pipes you miss are likely to still put out damage anyways, especially in clusters of enemies or on someone lacking mobility such as a wound up heavy or a scoped in sniper. Additionally, if you're using one of the shields or possibly the sticky jumper, the Iron Bomber can be a substitute for stickies, although it doesn't have the same scopes. That being said, don't expect this thing to work better than the sticky bomb launcher for spam. It's good at spam and for setting little short-term traps, but not as good in a majority of cases. As for demo knights out there, or maybe even those who use a sticky bomb launcher, you can pipe jump with the Iron Bomber much easier than with the stock. Just time the 1.4 second fuse time right, and other than that, treat it like a sticky. A thing the Iron Bomber can sometimes be better than the stock grenade launcher at is taking out sentry nests depending on the angles at which you're working with. The grenade launcher's pipes bouncing more can actually be more useful for deliberately bouncing pipes off of a wall to hit a spot, but say there's a sentry in the distance or behind something you can shoot directly over, the Iron Bomber works like a charm. The explosion radius penalty comes into play not only while laying down grenades, but also when hitting direct pipes if say there are several enemies clustered together. For clustered enemies, the stock grenade launcher will most likely do a little bit more damage across all the targets upon directly hitting one of them. This isn't a very significant penalty in my opinion, since it's such a small unnoticeable difference for me anyways, but if you're a big demo player who has gotten thousands of kills with the stock, the Iron Bomber's penalty will probably be a lot more noticeable for you. Penalties and positive attributes weighed, I believe the Iron Bomber is absolutely killer and an all-around great choice. As far as possible balance changes go, I think the weapon is totally balanced where it is now and doesn't need any tweaks. I feel this way because the way the pipes cannot bounce around as much can also serve as a downside, like when, as I mentioned before, bouncing pipes around a corner to hit a sentry spot. Plus, with the decreased explosion radius, it can do a little bit less damage across clustered enemies. That being said, the choice between the Iron Bomber and the grenade launcher can depend on both the situation at hand and also, of course, on personal preference. The Iron Bomber can be great for 6s, where there are rarely any sentries you have to deal with, other than perhaps at last, where you'll be ubered in using the sticky bomb launcher anyways. That's not to say it's not good in pubs or in Highlander either, for laying down pipes at chokes or for making little short-term traps. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the Iron Bomber, if you prefer it over the stock or if you instead are loyal to the stock, and why. I must say, getting the footage for this video was some of the most fun I've had in this game in a while. Playing demo on pubs can be so much goddamn fun. If you're new to my channel, check out my other videos and subscribe for more content like this. That being said, hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day or night, and peace out.